Vadis, chapter 18. Petronius to Vinicius. Thy case is a bad one, carissime. It is clear that Venus hath disturbed thy mind, deprived thee of reason and memory, as well as the power to think of aught else except love. Read, read sometime that answer to my letter, and thou wilt to see indifferent thy mind to all except Lygia, how exclusively it is occupied with her, how it returns to her always, and circles above her, as a falcon above a chosen prey. By Pollux, find her quickly, or that of thee which fire has not turned into ashes will become an Egyptian sphinx, which enamored is, 'tis say, of pale Isis, grew deaf and indifferent to all things, waiting only of night, so as to gaze with stony eyes at the loved one. Run this guide through the city in the evening, even on our Christian houses of prayer, in thy philosopher's company. Whatever excites hope and kills time is praiseworthy. But for my friendship's sake do this one thing. Ursus, Lygia's slave, is a man of uncommon strength, very likely. Hire Croton and go out three together. That will be safer and wiser. The Christians, since Pomponia and Lygia belong to them, are surely not as much scoundrels as most people imagine. But when a lamb of their flock is in question, there are no trifles, as they have shown they carry by carrying away Lygia. When thou seest Lygia, thou wilt not restrain thyself, I am sure, and will try to bear her away on the spot. But how wilt thou, Chiloneus, do it? Croton will take care of himself, even though 10 like Ursus defend the maiden. But not plunder by Chilo, but be not sparing of money on Croton. For all counsels which I can give, this is the best one. Here they have ceased to speak of the infant Augusta, or to say that she perished through witchcraft. Poppaea mentions her at times yet, but Caesar's mind is stuffed with something else. Moreover, if it be true that the divine Augusta is a changed state again, the memory of that child will be blown away without trace. We have been in Naples for some days, or rather in Baiae. If thou art capable of any thought, echoes of our life must strike thy ear, for surely Rome talks of naught else. We went directly to Baiae, where at first memories the mother attacked us, and reproaches conscious, but those know that Agenobarbus has gone already. To this, that for him even the murder of his mother is mere themes for verses, and a reason for buffoonish tragic scenes. Formerly he felt real reproaches only in so far as he was a coward. Now, when he is convinced that the earth is under his feet as before, and had no good in taking vengeance, he finds them only to move people by his fate. He springs up at night, sometimes declaring that the Furies are hunting him. He rouses us, looks at us, assumes the posture of an actor playing the role of Orestes, and the posture of a bad actor too. He declaims Greek verses and looks to see if we are admiring him. We admire him apparently, and instead of saying to him, "Go to sleep, thou buffoon," we bring ourselves also to the tone of tragedy and protect the great artist of the Furies. By Castor, this news at least might have reached thee, that he has appeared in public at Naples. They drove in from the city and surrounding towns of all the Greek ruffians, who filled the arena with such vile odor of sweat and garlic, that I thank the gods that instead of sitting in the first rows of the Augustians, I was behind the scenes of Agenobarbus. And will thou believe he was afraid really? He took my hand and put it to his heart, which was beating with increased pulsation. His breath was short, and at the moment when he had to appear, he grew as pale as a parchment, and his forehead was covered with drops of sweat. Still he saw that every row of seats were Petronians, armed with clubs, and rose enthusiasm with the need came. But there was no need, no herd of monkeys from the environs of Carthage, who howled as this did this rabble. I tell thee that smell of garlic came to the stage. Benito bowed, pressed his hands to his heart, sang kisses from his lips, and shed tears. Then he rushed in among us, who were waiting behind the scenes like a drunken man crying, "What were the triumphs of Julius compared with this triumph of mine?" But the rabble was howling yet and applauding, knowing that it will applaud to itself favors. First banquet, lottery tickets, and a fresh exhibition by the imperial buffoon. I did not wonder what they applauded, for such as I had not been seen till that evening, and every moment he repeated, "See what the Greeks see, see what the Greeks see." For that evening it was seemed to me that his hatred for Rome is increasing. Meanwhile, special couriers were hurried to Rome announcing the triumph, and we expect thanks from the Senate one of these days. Immediately after Nero's first exhibition, a strange event happened here. The theater fell on a sudden, but just after the audience has gone. I was there. I did not see one corpse taken from the ruins. Many even among the Greeks see in this event the anger of the gods because the dignity of Caesar was disgraced. He, on the contrary, finds it in favor of the gods who have his song and those who listen to it under their evident protection. Hence there are offerings in all the temples and great thanks. For it is a great encouragement to make the journey to Achaia. A few days since he told me, however, that he had doubts as to what the Roman people might say, and they might revolt out of love for him, and fear touching the distribution of grain and touching the games which might fail them in case of his prolonged absence. We are going, however, to Beneventum to look at the covert magnificence with Vatinius, that which Vatinius will exhibit, and thence to Greece, under the protection of the divine brothers of Helen. As to me, I have noted one thing, that when a man is among the mad, he grows mad himself, and what is more, finds a certain charm in mad pranks. Greeks and Greeks and the journey in 1,000 ships, a kind of triumphal advance of Bacchus among nymphs and Panctes crowned with myrtle, vine, and honeysuckle. There will be women in tiger skins, horns to chariots, flowers, torches, garlands, shouts of Ivoire, music, poetry, and applauding Hellas. All this is well, but the cherish besides more daring projects. We wish to create a species of oriental imperium, an empire of palm trees, sunshine, poetry, and reality turned into a dream, reality turned into the delight of life only. We want to forget Rome, to fix the balancing point of the world somewhere between Greece, Asia, and Egypt, to live the life not of men but of gods, not to know what commonness is, to wander in golden galleys under the shadow of purple sails along the archipelago, to be Apollo, Osiris, and Baal in one person, to be rosy with the dawn, golden with the sun, silver with the moon, to command, to sing, to dream. And wilt thou believe that I, who have still sound, judge, and thou wilt thou believe that I, who still sound, who, oh my God, who have still sound judgment to the value of Serstenium, I sense the value of Aeneas. Let myself to be borne away with these fantasies, and I do this for the reason that if they are not possible, they are at least grandiose and uncommon. Such a fabulous empire will be a thing some time or other after long ages will seem a dream to mankind, except when Venus takes the form of Lygia or even a slave Eunice, or when art beautifies it itself is empty, and many a time it has the face of a monkey. But Bronzebeard will not realize his plans, even for his cause. that it is fabulous kingdom and of poetry, and the Orient no place is given to treason, meanness, and death, and that in him, with the poses of a poet, sits wretched comedian, dull character, and frivolous tyrant. Meanwhile, we're killing people wherever they displace us in any way. Poor Torquatus Sinalus is now shade. He opened his veins a few days since. Licanius and Licinus will enter on the consulate with terror. All Thracia will not escape death, for he dares to be honest. Tigellinus is not able yet to frame a command for me to open my veins. I'm still needed not only as elegant yet arbitrary, but a man without whose counsel and taste the expedition to Achaia might fail. More than once, however, I think that sooner or later I must end in opening my veins, and know as though what the question will be then with me. But bronze beard should not get my goblet, which thou knowest and admirest, shall be near at the moment of my death. I will give it to thee. Shouldst thou be at a distance, I will break it. But meanwhile I have before me yet Beneventum of the cobblers and Olympian Greece. I have fate too, which unknown and unforeseen points on the road to everyone. Be well and engage Croton, otherwise they will snatch Lycia from thee a second time. When Chilonides ceases to be needful, send him to me wherever I might be. Perhaps I shall make him a second Vatinius, and consuls and senators might tremble before him yet, as they trembled before that knight Ratekva. It will be worth while to live to see such a spectacle. When thou hast found Lycia, let me know, so what I may offer you both a pair of swans and a pair of doves in the round table of Venus here. Once I saw Lycia in a dream, sitting on my knees seeking thy kisses. Try to make that dream prophetic. Might there be no clouds on the sky, or if there be, let them have the color and the odor of